From the beautiful University District in the city of Detroit, this is your Daily Detroit News Byte podcast. Here's what to know and where to go, recorded on Thursday, August 9th. I'm Jer, and thanks to vacations, it's just me today. Let's dive in with what'll be a slightly shorter show today. I hope it gets you through. Will she or won't she? That's the question facing Detroit City Council President Brenda Jones, who has the chance to be a U.S. Congressperson for a couple of months. How does this happen? Well, there were two primary elections on Tuesday for the same seat that will be uncontested by a Republican challenger. One was to fulfill the term of disgraced Congressman John Conyers. The other is for the fresh 2-year term. So 2 slots appeared on the ballot, and voters picked 2 people for the spot. For the temporary job, they voted in Brenda Jones, and for the 2-year term, Rashida Tlaib, who will be the first Muslim woman to serve in Congress. Legal experts are debating whether Jones has to resign her council seat to take the Congress position. But it's pretty clear that she couldn't get paid during that time by the city. There's been no indication of a decision as of this recording from Jones on what her decision will be. Bus service in Macomb County may not be out of the woods yet. The narrow 23-vote victory, out of more than 150,000 votes cast, for the Suburban Mobility Authority for Regional Transportation will probably be recounted after it's certified. That's according to information put out by the Michigan Taxpayers Alliance, headed by Macomb County Commissioner Leandro Lay, who is vehemently against transit as it stands in the county. There's no word if SMART would attempt a November ballot initiative if it ends up failing after the recount. If the millage fails, all bus service would cease in the county by the end of the year. Daily Detroit is brought to you in part by Milo Digital, a full-service digital marketing agency. Milo takes your campaign from concept to finish with quality strategy and implementation. You can learn more about them at milodetroit.com. Speaking of regionalism, or lack of it, L. Brooks Patterson has sent off a letter that is terse, blunt, and not a fan of Detroit's, quote, comeback that's, quote, a righteous cause. The letter claims that Detroit CEOs and business leaders are organizing to build up Detroit at the suburbs' expense. Allow me to quote a few sentences. You don't have to read between the lines. It is clear what is happening. These self-appointed saviors for Southeast Michigan are in the process of forming an economic partnership to direct business investments to the city of Detroit. Brooks Patterson continues on. They will have no hesitation about coming into your community and snatching business leads in the righteous cause of, quote, rebuilding Detroit, unquote. This is ironic, as for decades the suburbs lured businesses with financial incentives at Detroit's expense, including the headquarters of Chrysler. In response, DT Energy CEO Jerry Anderson said his aim is to be regional. Later in the day, Brooks told Detroit media that, quote, he'd rather join the Klan than join the new group. We have the full letter on Daily Detroit and an op-ed. Looking for a Michigan-based craft beer to try? May I suggest a couple choices from our sponsors, Falling Down Beer Company. Try the Ninja Chicken IPA or the Belgian Smash Blonde Ale. Falling Down has locations in Warren, downtown Oxford, and soon will be available in the city of Detroit. You can find out more on Facebook by searching for Falling Down Beer Company. It's Thursday, so even though we'll have a Friday show, I wanted to go through our City 5 list of events happening this weekend around the city. This week, we actually have a couple bonuses, and if you missed anything, the list is up on dailydetroit.com. Of course, thanks to Cheyenne Nocerini for her work on this list. So let's put on your gold glitter going out shoes and hit the town. So first up, pierogi at Lost River. We love pierogies at Daily Detroit, and I'm pretty sure you all love pierogies as well. So I figured I'd let you know about this fun little pierogi pop-up at Lost River on Friday night. Pietrzyk Pierogi will be setting up shop at the newest tiki bar on the east side. I don't think I'll be able to pass up having a drink and a pineapple and some pierogi this Friday from 6 to 10. Lost River is on the east side at 15421 Mack Avenue at the Grosse Pointe border. If you're like me and like going on tours that take you off the beaten path, then let's ride on the Detroit You're So Unusual bus tour. This bus tour will take you to places all over the city of Detroit, like Jimmy Hoffa's office, Detroit's Little Venice, and an eerie vault that is filled with the remains of well-known Detroiters. The tour will take roughly 5 hours and is filled with plenty of opportunities to get off the bus and look around. There also will be a lunch break in the middle of the tour. Tickets for the Saturday tour are $55 a person. It rolls out at noon and starts in Eastern Market. All right, I can't stop with a pierogi. The 37th Sweetest Heart of Mary Pierogi Festival is also this weekend. That's almost as long as I've been alive. This one is also over by the Eastern Market at Mother of Divine Mercy Church. There'll be plenty of food, music, dancing, and bingo games to be had this weekend. The fun is over 3 days. The pre-party is on Friday, August 10th from 6 to 10. The pre-party is 21 and up. It's also happening Saturday from noon to 9 and Sunday from noon to 8 in the evening. Also, this weekend is the Pewabic Summer Sale. If you have been kicking around the idea of redoing the tile in your house with Pewabic, I suggest you come on out. The sale starts on Saturday for members only and will continue on Sunday for the public. Pewabic is on East Jefferson, and the address and times are up on dailydetroit.com. There also will be 2 events at historic Fort Wayne this Sunday, so I'm going to give you a little bit more bang for your buck, or, well, free podcast. If you like cars, then you should head over to the fort to check out the 4th annual car show. There will be cars of all makes, models, and years out on display, and it'll be a lot of fun. The car show will take place from 9 in the morning until 4 p.m. It's $5 a person to get into the car show. The second event is the 96th annual Detroit Firemen's Field Day, and it's more of a family fun affair with face painting, dunk tanks, and a train. Not to mention the most important part, fire trucks. The Fireman's Fun Field Day opens up at 11 in the morning until 4 p.m. on Sunday at Fort Wayne. In rescheduled events news, here's a short reminder that Open Street's Detroit Rouge Park was rescheduled for this Saturday. If you've never been to Rouge Park, then you are in for a treat. It is the largest park in the city of Detroit, yes, even bigger than Belle Isle, and spans 1,184 acres. It has 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools, an event center, and even a campground. Yes, I said a campground. The event will close down 3 miles of roads inside Rouge Park, which is located on the far west side of Detroit near the Dearborn border. The event is free on Saturday from noon to 5. And before I let you go, I'd be personally remiss if I didn't tell you to hit the Motor City Soul Stomp Saturday night at the Marble Bar. Even if you don't plan on dancing, though I would, it's still fun to go to listen to the Motor City Soul Club spin rare soul and funk and vinyl from the 60s and 70s. And the best part? It's free to get in. It's Saturday, August 11th from 10 p.m. till 2:30 in the morning. The Marble Bar is located at 1501 Holden Street in Detroit. Thanks for listening to the Daily Detroit News Byte podcast. I'm Jeremiah Stays. Tomorrow, I'll be joined by a special co-host, my friend Karen Dybus. Take care of each other, and I'll see you around Detroit.
You're listening to the Podcast Detroit Network. Visit www.podcastdetroit.com for more information.